The final night in Arlington, Texas was already unforgettable. But when Taehyung and Jungkook shared one of their final moments on stage, the entire stadium seemed to lose control. Thousands of ARMY were screaming. Purple lights covered the venue. Phones filled the air. And every time Taehyung and Jungkook appeared together, the volume somehow became even louder. But then came the final moments. One glance, one smile, one unexpected interaction. And suddenly, Arlington became a moment millions of fans couldn't stop replaying. Welcome back to Taehyung fans. Tonight, we're taking a closer look at the incredible energy, crowd reaction, and unforgettable stage chemistry surrounding Taehyung and Jungkook during the final Arlington concert. Because this wasn't just another BTS performance. The atmosphere inside that stadium was absolutely electric. From the moment BTS stepped onto the stage, Arlington erupted. Thousands of voices came together at once. The screams were so loud they seemed to bounce from one side of the stadium to the other. Purple light sticks moved through the crowd like a giant ocean. Fans were singing, jumping, dancing, and recording almost every second. But there was one thing that repeatedly triggered an even bigger reaction. Taehyung and Jungkook appearing in the same frame. The moment Taehyung appeared on screen, the crowd responded. Then Jungkook appeared, and the screaming became even louder. It was almost as if the audience was waiting for every possible interaction between them. And throughout the concert, both members brought completely different energies to the stage. Taehyung carried that calm, confident charisma that immediately captured attention. Jungkook brought explosive energy, powerful movements, and a performance style that kept the entire stadium engaged. Two different energies, one stage. And when they crossed paths, the atmosphere changed. You could hear it in the crowd. A simple glance could trigger thousands of screams. A smile could send phones into the air. And whenever they ended up standing near each other, ARMY reacted almost instantly. That's what made the chemistry so captivating. It wasn't about needing a huge scripted moment. Sometimes it was simply the timing. A quick look across the stage. A small smile. A reaction to something the other member had just done. Tiny details that lasted only a few seconds. But inside a stadium packed with ARMY, those few seconds became enormous. At one point, the crowd was already screaming at full volume. Then Taehyung looked toward Jungkook. Jungkook noticed. And suddenly, the entire stadium exploded again. Fans screamed their names. Some laughed. Some jumped. Others simply held their phones higher, desperately trying to capture the moment. And that reaction continued throughout the concert. Jungkook was moving across the stage with incredible energy, giving everything to the performance. Taehyung brought a different kind of power, controlled, confident, and effortlessly charismatic. But whenever they crossed paths, there was an undeniable shift in the atmosphere. The crowd became louder. The cameras came out. And everyone started watching more closely. That's the power of a live BTS concert. One tiny interaction can suddenly become the moment everyone remembers. And as the concert continued, something else began to change. The night was getting closer to the end. The energy was still enormous. But underneath all those screams was another feeling. Fans knew the final goodbye was approaching. Thousands of people who had waited for this night were suddenly realizing that the performance would eventually end. The purple ocean looked incredible. The lights filled the darkness. ARMY sang louder, and the members began showing more emotional energy as the night moved toward its conclusion. Taehyung and Jungkook continued appearing near each other throughout the final moments, and fans were watching everything. The glances, the smiles, the reactions. The small moments between performances. It was almost like the entire stadium was waiting for one final Taehyung moment. And then, it happened. As the concert moved into its final goodbye, the members began preparing to leave the stage. Confetti filled the air. The lights shifted. The crowd screamed BTS's name. Nobody wanted the night to end. Then Jungkook appeared to look back across the stage. Fans immediately noticed. The cameras followed. And there was Taehyung. For a moment, the two were simply aware of each other across the stage. Then Taehyung moved closer. Jungkook reacted, and Arlington erupted. The screaming became almost deafening. Phones went into the air. Fans jumped. Some were visibly emotional. And thousands of ARMY began screaming even louder as the two shared that final goodbye moment. There was no need for a complicated performance. The crowd itself became the soundtrack. The screams, the music, the purple lights, the confetti, everything came together at exactly the right moment. And then came the hug. Arlington completely lost it. A massive wave of screaming rolled through the stadium. Fans near the stage tried to keep their cameras steady. Others were simply watching with their mouths open. For those few seconds, it felt like the entire stadium was focused on Taehyung and Jungkook. And what made the moment so powerful wasn't simply the interaction itself. It was everything surrounding it. The final night atmosphere, the thousands of fans, the lights, the music, the confetti, and the fact that everyone knew the concert was almost over. When the two separated, the crowd didn't calm down. The screaming continued. Taehyung smiled. Jungkook reacted with a shy, playful expression. And ARMY went crazy all over again. This is why live concert moments can become so unforgettable. You can watch the same interaction through a screen later, but you can never fully recreate the sound of tens of thousands of people reacting at the exact same time. And Arlington proved that. Different fan cams captured different angles. Some focused on Taehyung, others captured Jungkook, some showed the crowd, and some captured the entire stadium erupting around them. Together, those clips created a moment that fans continued replaying. But perhaps the biggest reason it became memorable was the atmosphere. Taehyung and Jungkook didn't need to create some enormous dramatic scene. The audience was already emotionally invested. So, even the smallest interaction became massive. A glance became a scream. A smile became a viral clip. Standing next to each other became a moment fans immediately wanted to record. And that's what made their stage chemistry so entertaining to watch. Taehyung's charisma, Jungkook's explosive energy, their playful reactions, their timing, and the incredible response from ARMY. Everything worked together. As the final moments continued, the purple ocean remained glowing across Arlington. Thousands of light sticks moved through the stadium. Fans continued singing, and the members prepared to leave the stage. But the crowd refused to let the energy disappear. They kept screaming BTS's name. They kept waving their light sticks. And they kept recording, because everyone knew they were watching the end of something special. And somewhere in the middle of all that noise, Taehyung and Jungkook shared one more moment. It may have lasted only a few seconds, but that's all it took. Because sometimes the smallest moments create the biggest reactions. And that's exactly what happened in Arlington. The final lights, the purple ocean, the screaming ARMY, the confetti falling through the air, and Taehyung and Jungkook sharing a final emotional moment before the night came to an end. That's the image fans will remember. Not because we can know what either member was privately thinking, but because the moment was visible, the crowd reaction was enormous, and the atmosphere was impossible to ignore. Arlington didn't simply watch the moment. The audience became part of it. Their screams became part of the memory. Their light sticks became part of the scene. And their reaction showed just how much these two performers can affect the atmosphere of a live BTS concert. Whether you saw the moment as friendship, teamwork, playful stage chemistry, or simply two longtime bandmates sharing a memorable goodbye, one thing is clear. ARMY made the moment unforgettable. And that's why fans still can't move on from Taehyung and Jungkook's final Arlington moment. Because when two incredible performers bring their energy to the same stage, and thousands of fans respond with everything they've got, even a few seconds can become a memory that lasts forever. So now, I want to hear from you. What was your favorite Taehyung and Jungkook moment from the final Arlington concert? Was it the eye contact? The smiles? Their stage chemistry? The crowd reaction? Or that unforgettable final goodbye? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Purple heart. And remember, the best comment will be pinned. Pushpin. So make your comment count. Your comment could be the one everyone sees at the top. If this moment made you smile, scream, or maybe even get emotional, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Taehyung fans, and turn on notifications so you never miss another unforgettable BTS moment. Because if Arlington taught us anything, it's that when Taehyung and Jungkook share the stage, ARMY is always watching. And sometimes, the smallest moment creates the loudest scream. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Purple Heart. Disclaimer: this video is created for entertainment and commentary purposes. Descriptions of chemistry, emotions, and audience reactions are based on publicly visible concert footage and fan interpretations. Nothing in this video should be taken as confirmation of any private relationship or personal feelings involving the BTS members.